មាជិកគណៈបកសង្គ្រោះជាតិប្រាជ្ញាផ្លូវមានសាមគ្គីក្រុមនានាសង្គ្រោះបំរើការពារកម្ពុជាខ្មែរក្រុមគ្រប់គ្នាទាមទារសិទ្ធិសេរីឯករាជ្យបូរណភាពអធិបតេយ្យខ្មែរប្រស្រីបដូរផ្ដាច់ថែរក្សាមិនឲ្យបរទេសឈ្លានពានមកត្រួតត្រាសម្បត្តិដូនតាធនធានជាតិខ្មែរព្រះអាទិត្យរាំងបំភ្លឺកម្ពុជាខ្មែរឯកភាពគ្នាដងស្រាយបញ្ហាយោបាយសេដ្ឋកិច្ចសង្គមអហិង្សាសពវត្តថ្លៃថ្លាជីវភាពរុងរឿងដីយើងពូជយើងភូខលយើងខ្មែរក្រោកឡើងសង្គមជាកាមេរ៉ាបោះឆ្នោតឲ្យចំដល់អំណាចជូនប្រជាដើម្បីកម្ពុជារួមរស់សេនសានជ័យយោគណៈបកសង្គ្រោះជាតិសមាជិកគណៈបកសង្គ្រោះជាតិប្រាជ្ញាថ្មីគ្មានសាមគ្គីក្រុមនានាសង្គ្រោះបំរើការពារកម្ពុជាខ្មែរក្រុមគ្រប់គ្នាទាមទារសិទ្ធិសេរីឯករាជ្យបូរណភាពអធិបតេយ្យខ្មែរប្រស្រីបដូរផ្ដាច់ថែរក្សាមិនឲ្យបរទេសឈ្លានពានមកត្រួតត្រាសម្បត្តិដូនតាធនធានជាតិខ្មែរព្រះអាទិត្យរាំងបំភ្លឺកម្ពុជាខ្មែរឯកភាពគ្នាដងស្រាយបញ្ហាយោបាយសេដ្ឋកិច្ចសង្គមអហិង្សាសពវត្តថ្លៃថ្លាជីវភាពរុងរឿងដីយើងពូជយើងភូខលយើងខ្មែរក្រោកឡើងសង្គ្រោះជាតិខេមរាបោះឆ្នោតឲ្យចំផ្ដល់អំណាចជូនប្រជាដើម្បីកម្ពុជារួមរស់សេនសាន
and good evening. Welcome to Khmer Youth Voices for Justice. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us for under this broadcast, which is CNRP-America. My name is Linda Wu, coming to you live from the beautiful state of California. As your host tonight, I will be speaking in English. So my guest and I will our conversation only exclusively in English. So hope you can join me. Please, if you have any comment regarding our topic or what we are talking about, please put in your comment. And as always, please like our show. Please share our show, especially for the youth overseas, because our main aim tonight is to bring some light, to shed some light on the Cambodia current political situations. So that way it is crucial for our youth overseas to actively engage and also advocating for democratic value for Cambodia, and also to know what's going on, not just politics in America or politics overseas, also know politics in the country that their parent came from. So as always, CNRP-A, the live show is air 7 days per week, in 6 days in Khmer language and 1 day in English, which is Tuesday in America is in English. So stay tuned tonight. We will talk, our topic will be since today is January 30th, January 30th at the end of the month, we're going to do a monthly update. So we will talk about topic that we talk about the whole month and see if there's any update, any change, or any improvement in the current situation in Cambodia. So, like I said, today is Tuesday, January 30 to 2024 in the US, and it is Wednesday, January 31st. 2024 in Cambodia. As always, welcome. Hope you find this show helpful, and also hope that you learning English, and hopefully your English you can understand myself or my guest, which is we have a CNRP America youth president. His name is Samady. He probably been in our show probably twice a month. Um, Sometimes he is the host, but today I am the host. So in February we have him host the show. So with that being said, let me welcome him and bring him out, and we will talk to him on what's going on with the CNRP-A youth.
Bạn
So Samady,
Mịp Sữa Bong. Hi, how are you?
good. How you doing?
Good, Bong, and you?
Good. Happy month end. I know it's like January is like we just celebrated New Year's and now it's month end. So for the month of January, what is the CNRP-A you been doing? What have you been up to? Or what have you been travel anywhere? I know last year you traveled so much. What's going on this year?
Well, maybe this year probably uh might go to Denmark with World Liberty Congress. They offered a spot for youth, elected youth official, to go with their representative to Denmark in Copenhagen, I think. And basically, they ask each of us. Uh, we call ourselves peaceful activists because all of us live under authoritarian, and each of us activists who represent each of our regional um, area that we represented go and talk about our issues, just like similar to the topic that we're about to talk today about, and raise awareness to the international community and what can they do to help us out. Yes, Mom.
And thank you, as always. Traveling to a different country is not easy. And Samdi and I both work. We work full time. So when we
Mhm.
go places, it's we have to take our vacations from work to go. Yeah, it's not it. Yeah, so our job is also our main income, and we what when we advocating for Cambodia, spending time, it is our heart, our genuine that we want to see changes for Cambodia. And when we talking about changes, when we talking about advocates for Cambodia, one of the petitions that just came out, actually not just came out, it came out 2 weeks ago, and we still need your support. And when I say need your support, I hope that our audience not only sign the petition, but also share the petitions, also help sign the petitions as well, because we know the petition is not only for Cambodian, but also anyone can sign it. So, and it's very crucial that the youth oversee, help with the petitions. What I mean is we have older generations that live in America 40, 50 years, so they are not as technology savvy. So I want our youth, I want anyone that able to sign these petitions, go up to people and say, have you signed this petition? And let me try to um, give an introduction a little bit on the petitions. Petition is not about politics. The petitions is about the people. What we're talking about is current petitions at change.org. It is talking about united against land grabs and forced displacement at Angkor Wat in Cambodia. So it's not about politics. It's about people life, people that live around Angkor Wat, live around the site of Angkor Wat, consider UNESCO um, World Heritage Site. But unfortunately, the people that live there being kicked out, being forced out. So we can safely say it's truly a land grab, and that caused humanitarian situation in Cambodia, and the regime's not acknowledging it. So we would like you, Samady, and everyone to sign the petitions. I want to share the petition so that way I can have our audience help us and sign this. And I want to go through this as well, so that way our audience know it's so simple that you yourself can sign, and also you can actually help other people to sign. And the most important is to help other people, to bring awareness to other people. Were you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see one.
Yes. So this petitions is at change.org. Again, United Against Land Grabs and Forced Displacement at Angkor Wat. The title is just simple. We need to come together and we need to go against the land grabs. We know that Cambodia has one of the worst land grab, worst record, meaning land grab and land issue does not go away. We've been hearing land grabs and Bangkok, that now there's no more Bangkok, and we hear land grab in different locations of Cambodia. So it's a chronic issue, and the issue that have not solved because the regime itself, the Hun regime, benefit from this. They grabbing this land and kick people out so they can take the land under what they call peace and development, under the peace and development where the Cambodian people just suffering. You want to say anything about the petition, Samady?
Yes, Wong. So, as you can see, the main organizer of this petition is no political party group or any organization. Is Khmer Movement for Democracy. So, all aspects of community can join and support this petition for basic human right. Wong. I believe everyone should have at least a basic human rights. I mean, at least should have. Uh, a person who can fight for their cause, and they call it the placement, but this is like a forced land grab of those people who have no voice in a society where dictators and his families and people who close to him have more voice than those 10,000 family. To me, it's just unfortunate to see how sad it is to see a government able to use an international organization like UNESCO World Heritage to say that they are the reason they have forced evicted those people out of their home is due to UNESCO suggested them to preserve the Angkor Wat area. I don't think our ancestor would be happy or see that our own kin has been forced out of their home, and for the government to use a country as their own business ground. So in this case, I'm pretty sure that they have partnership with mainly probably Chinese company with billions of dollars projects to force those people out, because the area around those people who live around Angkor Wat can be a great place to be a resort and maybe strategic basis in this case related to their costs. As a result, they use their own citizen, Khmer people, to force out their home.
Look at the screen where it says sign this petitions. It is so simple. We just need your first name, your last name, and your email. And the computer will know your locations. If you don't want to show people your locations, you can actually change your locations. So you can sign this anonymously. You don't have to show that you signed this. Also, there's a section over here. I'm not sure you can see through the screen. On top of sign this petition, there's a blue button, a blue click. If you unclick that, then they're not going to display your name or your comment. And it's so easy, and you don't have to even they're not going to display your name. So please help to sign. Most importantly, when you sign, you only one person. But when you go out there and ask people to sign, start with your family. Ask your grandma, ask your mom and your dad how they signed this, and they say, oh, they don't know how to sign it. You know what? You, as a person who who technology savvy, who know how to use the computer, this petition cannot, it's you, not just computer, you can only use you also can use your phone as well. So please help them sign these petitions. Help your grandma, your aunt, your uncle, or anyone. And if you go to the temple, ask the older people, have you signed these petitions? And tell them it's not about politics. It's about the people that are living for generation and generation at the uncle site, that take care of the land, that respect the land. And unfortunately, they are being kicked out, and they are being kicked out of the place that they call home. And I'm pretty sure somebody, you are from Cambodia. When you go back home, where do you go? You go visit your grandma's house, where your parent always tell you, oh, what's going, when he was, when he was young. So it is a memory. It is a family that built generations of history, of memory, of happiness, of sad. At the same time, these people no longer have their land, and no longer have their livelihood. When they live in a land, or they have a piece of land, that's their identity. This is where they are to the town people. But when they no longer have that, they don't have any identity anymore. So like I said, it's not about politics. It's about the Uncle Wat and everyone that watching this show. So proud of Uncle Wat, so proud of what our ancestor left us. But unfortunately, the Hun regime is kicking people out of that, and we as Khmer people should concern about that, because it's our Khmer people that's suffering, and has nothing to do with politics, has nothing to do. But unfortunately, it had to be politics, because the Hun regime um, benefit from it. Before this, we know that in 2000, let me see, around 2020, the Naga Corp, the famous Naga Corp that have what, Naga 1, Naga 2, Naga 3, that makes so much money in Cambodia, have so much power in Cambodia, not to respect labor law. And the reason they're not respecting labor law, we know that the new labor union is still protesting every day. And this Naga, who claim they don't make enough money, but they keep building structure. They have, I believe they finished their third one already. They are intend to build a water park around this site. Unfortunately, it's 500 meter from. It's so close to the site that they not allowed to build. But unfortunately, now after this, we seeing people being kicked out of their land to make room for this non-gambling Siem Reap resort. So it is a serious issue, and it's not an issue for me. It's not an issue for Samady. It's an everybody issue. Everybody who been to Angkor Wat, or who have seen what Angkor Wat, and it's very unfortunately, it's very sad situations.
Yes, well,
Let me see. So please share, please sign this. Let me see. I want to, in case our audience have not seen this is the petitions. It is started by Khmer Movement for Democracy. It's not a political party. It's a, like I said, it's a movement. It's a movement for people to come together, for a movement for people who have a interest in Cambodia, having the interest of what Cambodia is supposed to be, not under the regime. So this petitions based on the report by Amnesty International. It's a 49 pages report regarding the land grab and forced resettlement that started in the middle of 2022. So the middle of last year, we are talking about, not last year, the middle of 2020, a year and a half ago. So, and UNESCO said again and again that they do not tell the regime to kick those family out. But under the Hun regime said in order for UNESCO to keep Angkor Wat as a historic site, people need to leave the place. But unfortunately, that's not the truth. So based on these petitions, we want UNESCO, along with France and Japan, to understand, also to know what's going on in Cambodia, to know how the people of Cambodia, the people that live around Angkor Wat, are currently being treated right now. And also we want UNESCO, French and Japanese government to tell the Cambodian government, stop evicting people and bring those people back. So this is the petition. So please help to share, help to sign these petitions. And like I said, Samady and I said, it is so simple. It just first name, last name, and you email and you signed it. And if you have any questions, please contact Samady or contact myself, or you can put a question in the CNRP-A link, our Facebook Live, and we are more than happy to walk you through it. So please help to sign these petitions. I want to play a little clip so that way our audience will understand how severe this situation. And when people telling you, oh, this is political situation, no, it's humanitarian situations.
Cambodia's Angkor Temple Complex
Can you hear?
is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, an awe-inspiring destination visited by millions. But thousands of Cambodian families have another word for the area: home. People who have lived here for their entire lives are being kicked out in the name of conservation. They are being moved from one of the most visited sites on Earth to here, Ranta Ek, an underdeveloped plot of land far removed from the tourist hub of Siem Reap town. In 2022, the Cambodian government began evicting thousands of people from Angkor: women, men, and children. Many families were told that if they questioned the process, they would be evicted with no compensation. Some of them were also told that they had to move or Angkor would lose its UNESCO World Heritage status. Hun Sen, the Cambodian prime minister at the time, delivered the message himself. But there's one problem. UNESCO said it never called for population displacements. We interviewed over 100 people who lived around Angkor and have now had to move to Ranta Ek. Almost no one wanted to go. All felt tricked, coerced, or forced into leaving without genuine consultation, adequate compensation, or notice. The Cambodian government relocated people to a place that lacked essential services, that is prone to flooding, and that did not have proper water and sanitation facilities when they arrived. They also had to build their own houses with very few supplies provided by authorities, forcing many to take on debt as a result. Cambodia's government must stop these shameful forced evictions and immediately ensure that the relocation site meets international standards. UNESCO must conduct an independent inquiry and unequivocally condemn any human rights violations being carried out in its name. Nobody wants to leave their home.
That's a very powerful video. It sum up everything. Nobody want to leave their home, and if you looking at it, their home, they've been kicked out, and where they build their life, where they live there for generation and generations, and now they have to be in a different locations. Um, how would you feel if you feel that Ranta Act locations is a suitable location for a replacement? Um, nobody believe that's a place with no tree, a place that's dry. It's not any living conditions, and if you think that's better than where they came from, where they live for generation and generation, you are mistaken. So unfortunately, that's what's happened right now. So I am asking everyone um, to help sign the petition, and like I said, not just help, not just share. Please ask the people around you, have they signed that petitions? As you can see, we only have 276 signature right now, and I know we can do better, and I know that our audience, everyone that watching the show, everyone that many people that live overseas, very concerned and care, basically genuinely have a kind heart for the people. And thank you, Mr. Troy, for signing the petitions. Also, please help people around you. Ask people when you go places, oh, have you signed the petitions? This is what's going on in Go What. This is what happened. So next time when I go to Uncle What, I'm not going to be happy about it, because I know there's family and family that actually living around Uncle What no longer have a home, and are being treated worse than they did, being forced, evicted, so that the regime can grab their land. So it doesn't carry the significant, the awe moment when you at Uncle What you feel very proud. But now it's not you what you feel proud, but at the same time you feel very sad that the situation right now it's just getting worse. So please sign. I don't know what more can I say besides please go and sign, please help, and also wherever you go, ask people, have you signed the petition, so that way we can um, get our voice heard. I always hear people asking us, how come the international community, how come the US government doesn't hear my voice, doesn't hear the suffering of the Cambodian people? Because nobody speak about it. In order for people to know, in order for the lawmaker to know what's going on, you as a Cambodian need to bring it up, bring the subject up to them, let them know. Anything to add, Samady?
How you basically touch on most of the important stuff already, Bong, and the main reason why it's affected human right is they being forced out of their home, and as a result, the government doesn't give them a proper compensation after they being forced out of their home. If the government, if the authoritarian would have a plan and have a prepared proposal to relocate those people in a reasonable area of Angkor Wat after throwing them out of their home, I don't think we would be talking about this problem right now, Bonk. And you know, the reason we need to express our voice as Cambodian is we need to show our strong nationalism against the authoritarian. In this case, now is affecting our ancestor, the proud land of Cambodia. So this is why it's important to make sure we hold UNESCO accountable. You cannot just release one statement saying that we do not support the government of Cambodia in forced eviction. You need to apply more pressures and hold them accountable for even causing the problem right now at hand in the first place. So yes, I hope we receive a lot of support on this, and also able to make those organizations be accountable. They just can't get away with just one statement and call it a day. So that's what we need to do. And this petition will show that we are united and we are not happy with the way those organizations and the government of Cambodia respond to the issues at hand.
I also put the link at change.org because Terry's asking where can she go to sign this. So please, I put a link. So please click on it. Sign. All you need is your first name, your last name, and your email address, and it's so easy that everyone can go out anywhere and ask people when you're around people. Say, hey, do you see what's going on in Angkor? What can you support this? This is the reason. Not can you please support this? As the topic is dear to my heart, dear to somebody's heart, and dear to everyone's heart, because many of us here that watch the show know someone that been to Angkor Wat. It's a beautiful place, and at the same time, it's a very not so beautiful right now. It's still beautiful, but it's tough to know that there's like over 10,000. It's a lot of families there that suffering right now, and it's just heartbroken. So hope you sign the petitions, hope you share, and also hope that you seek out and how other people sign the petition as well. So that's my request for today. Talking about land grab, um, we know we know that every time the regime um, build something, plan something under their what so called peace and development in Cambodia. The hottest topic this couple of days is about the canal. Do you know what I'm talking about, Samady?
Yes, Bong, the new projects that newly elected Prime Minister of Cambodia has been working so hard on with the Chinese government to build this canal that connected all large river and oceans of Cambodia, basically. In this case, I think even the naval base can also get on the canal and get directly to Phnom Penh.
So who built this canal? Who's gonna help build this? Who's gonna help
Well,
fund it?
it's according to the Cambodian government, is um, um, our friend who truly support the Cambodian visions of improving our economy, the Chinese government. Well,
And let me see. I'm going to try to find an image or video of this so that way we can see this. Let me see. This is a $1.7 billion project that is going to start the end of this year. So this canal is, I cannot believe that's named this Funan Textual Canal. So it would link coast with the Mekong River. It's a $1.7 billion project. It's a 180-kilometer long. So it will, I don't know how much stronger the bond need to be, but it will strain the bond between Beijing and Phnom Penh. And we know that Beijing have been throwing ton and ton of money to Cambodia, and we all know that is something that um, is still supporting the Beijing government is supporting um, Cambodia because Cambodia is currently suffering right now. So let me see. Let me find a photo that you can look at. Let me share this so our audience have an idea. Thank you, Terry, for signing the petitions. Also, please help to share and help to ask people to sign as well. Thank you so much. Here we go. This is from Radio Free Asia. Let me see if I can play. It's a non-speaking, but I hope you can see it. Like a little section. So it's a massive project. So So how's your feeling on that? Are you happy that it's going to be a big canal and able to give them more access to good into Cambodia? How do you feel about that, Samady?
Well, Bong, if you only see one side and refuse to see the other side, primarily, most people would argue that, oh, thank you, Sambat Tejo, he brought in a boost to our economy during his, after 100 days office, infrastructure initiative also carry significant, uh, uh, partnership, strengthened partnership with China, which is the biggest, one of the biggest country who's prosperous in economy in Southeast Asia. But if you're looking at from people who support basic human right and nationalists who proud to be Cambodian, this can see that this affecting Cambodian independence. Well, Cambodia is not heading toward Chinese government now, like, and also this can affect our standings of like the Paris Peace Accord, saying Cambodia shall not be influenced with any foreign entity. We shall be our own country and must keep neutrality of Cambodia. And until you see this, I don't think there's any neutrality in Cambodia right now. And if you take a look of what Radio Free Asia have wrote, our neighbor Vietnam even expressed a heavy concerns regarding the national security to their own land. So even Vietnam expressed concern now on this case. So I think we should be worried because Mekong River connected to many countries in Southeast Asia, and if the naval Chinese government can easily enter in and out of Cambodia through this project's completion, this would cause a significant threat to all countries: Vietnam, Thailand, Tibet, Uyghur, and so on. So, yes, Mo, this carried a significant threat.
This is not only about when they they publicize this, not publicize, they this brought into light, and people only think about the benefit of business benefit. But when you look at it, there's no such thing as business benefit to China or Cambodia, because you know that in Cambodia's it's a military. China's used Cambodia's as a military base, which is when we're talking about Ream Naval Base, we're talking about the Rasicor, now we're talking this canal. So it's influence. China only care about their military capability, how they can use this to strain their effort in the South China Sea. But and when you're talking about somebody, when you brought in Vietnam, with like Vietnam care about this project and concern about this project, of course Vietnam care about, they care about themselves, not care that this project is affecting Cambodia. They care about that. No, they caring about Vietnam themselves. And the only people that's not caring about themselves is Cambodia. You're talking about the business benefit. I only hit a little bit on the military um, connections. Also, we're talking about, now we're going to talk about human right again. We're talking about land grab. In order to build this, who what are they going to build? They're going to build on somebody's land. It's 180 kilometer of land that people going some along this land, along this river, that's people going to lost land. And and anywhere they go, it's considered it's going to be another issue of land grab, going to be another issue of forced evictions. And also there's another side to this, is the environmental impact of this. So it's a lot of lose situations. I think the word of the youth is not a win-win situation. So it's a lot of step back for Cambodia, but because China is so much giving Cambodia so much money, and the regime needing the money, and China giving just throwing money at Cambodia without asking for Cambodia to respect democracy, without asking Cambodia to respect human rights. And that's why Hun Sen and the Hun regime is turning toward China because of money, because they are running out of money to support the government. They do not run out of money to support themselves. They got plenty of money from natural resources, destroying natural resources like tree, forest, deforestation, lake, all those investments. So it just does not make sense. And also when we look at it, we said, oh, now China is concerned. No, China concerned because Cambodia is moving toward not China, Vietnamese concerned because Cambodia is moving toward China. It's getting close, even more closer to China. And we know if anybody teach us anything about building product, we just know that Siem Reap Airport just finished building, and that China built also. What happened when China built the airport? When you drive into the airport, they charge you money. So it's not going to be free for anyone. It's not something to improve. Sure, they build a beautiful airport for you. I know, been to the airport. I heard it's compared. We're not going to compare Cambodia airport to other international airport. We're comparing in Cambodia airport to the other airport in Cambodia. Of course, it's better than the rest of the airport in Cambodia. But at the same time, people just driving in there cost money. It's not even to park, just to drive in cost money. So, and when they said, "Oh, there's no cost to the Cambodian people," oh no, one way or the other, Cambodian people will pay for this. Anything else you can see you can add to this canal? That
I mean,
yeah.
like one of the topics we talk about is strategic military implication from
Mhm.
the Chinese government. In this case, the infrastructures that particularly facility like the Ream Naval Base that recently have evidence of a joint training by our friend from China, raising concern about the growing Chinese military presence in the region. As you know, Taiwan just recently won the elections, and one of the elected president is very strong against China. China even threatening you can either choose peace or war. If President Lai being elected, there would be war, and the Taiwan people will not back down. So what they did was landslide elections supporting President Lai, just to show Taiwan independence, while Cambodia heading toward the exact opposite one. Instead of showing the support of strong nationalism and against the Chinese influence in our Gulf and our neutrality of Cambodia, we instead supposed to give Chinese free access entry into the port into Phnom Penh in this case. And for regional geopolitical dynamic, Vietnam, another regional power, closely monitoring this canal, like you said. Vietnam, they worried about their own safety more than anything else, because who live in Mekong River the most? It's the Vietnamese population that live on Mekong River. So in this case, one of the huge population that being affected in Cambodia is the Vietnamese citizen who live in Cambodia, on Cambodian land and river. So in this case, of course, we're going to show a strong
Opposition.
protection toward their projects. Yes, Mom, would you like to add?
Yeah, I'm just saying, Vietnam is very concerned about their citizen. Unlike
Yeah.
Cambodia, they don't even concern about their Cambodian citizen.
Yes, Bong. And in this case, it can show a new political influence in Cambodia, because before this project take place, we seem to use a lot of Vietnamese port to transport a lot of goods from Vietnam into our country. What is the main export import food in Cambodia? From Vietnamese. We cannot produce our own. Even the vegetable, even the meat is import export from Vietnam. And most of the time, we also use those ports to do bulk import export. So in this case, we can see a huge change. If this project's finish, we can see a new Cambodia, you can say, because this would open a lot of route to trade with the Chinese government, and show that Cambodia have strong support with the government in China. And so this would shifting tremendously regional trade dynamics, and this might perceive as a strategic loss for Vietnam, which historically been significant transit route for the Cambodians. And this project close association with China through the Belt and Road Initiative add another layer of complexity to the geopolitical landscape, like we're talking about, and raise attention toward a neighboring country like Thailand, Vietnam, Laos. Well, Laos mostly doesn't care no more because they currently
Under Vietnam.
having two fractions inside their own country, but at least they have a better outcome than us, because most people in Laos has been openly accepted into Thailand compared to us. So yes, Mom, that's my opinion regarding the issues.
Yeah, so neither way, one hand is Vietnam, one hand is China. Cambodia is still like one of our audience said, my word would be still slaving away. The regime doesn't care about the Cambodian people. They only care about the pocket. They only care about wanting money, the so much money from China to the regime. And when we're talking about money, we're talking about money going to the regime, going to the crony, not a just a very tiny drop that going to the Cambodian people. And you would think, oh, this canal gonna be like cost 1.7 billion people, 180 kilometer long. It's going to bring a lot of job for Cambodia. Unfortunately, anything that built in Cambodia, China would bring their own people to work in this canal. And we have over 2 million migrant workers that cross the border to go to work in Thailand because Cambodia does not have jobs. So and we see this over and over and over again. So this project does not benefit Cambodia at all. It benefit the crony. It's benefit China. So anything you want to add regarding that?
Yes, Bong. I mean, if we only say one-sided, let's say, oh, we are extremists. On the other side, they might argue that, on a
Job
positive
creation.
note, yeah, the canal could bolster Cambodian economic security. In this case, they can brought up the topic about reducing transportation cost, enhancing trade efficiency between Cambodian and the Chinese government, fostering urban development. Since we're an agricultural country, we can learn a thing from China. And this economic upliftment can contribute to national stability and reduce vulnerability to external pressures like we see right now. We can use the West to pressures Cambodia. However, the concentration of external debt, particularly to China, keep increasing. And one thing we learn about the Chinese government, this is not a charity bond. This is not a free debt where you can lend as much money as you want, but there will be 0% interest, or like the Japanese, Honmanite, known to be thankful to the Japan government that they give money, but they don't ask for anything back due to their culture and the strong ties between Japanese and Cambodian. In this case, this is a debt one with interest, and who's going to pay for it? Yes, the debt trap. And who's going to pay for it? Khmer people will pay for it. If you don't have money, I mean, the easiest route would be offer all the route and all the water canal trade route to China, so China can do trade freely inside Southeast Asia now, since they have free access to all Mekong River between Vietnam, Thailand, and other country around the region. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, when you're talking about debt trap, it's like the term they use is no string attached.
Yes.
When it's come, they always anything that have to do with China. It's like, oh, China money, so there's no string attached. But we know there's always string attached. A naval base that's built by Chinese government, and it's Chinese military use. That's string attached right there because that's land being given to Chinese to build this facility. Also, the Rasico land build airport, and now we're talking about canal. How can there's no string attached? That is string attached, and somehow we have to pay. And even though you trying to bring the good side of this, unfortunately, we keep going back to the bad side. We keep going with the no. That's going to be debt trap. It's going to be affecting environment. It's going to be affecting human right issue like land grab and so on and so on. So there's no benefit of this.
And also, on top of that, let's focus on human trafficking. Now it's going to be a lot more easier to
Get in and get out.
Yes, in and out. Traffic human from Cambodia to China, and from using Chinese mafia and gangsters to illegally come to Cambodia through the sea. So this would be more easier and convenience. So it's like using Cambodia as a third country to operate all the illegal activities in Southeast Asia in this case.
We didn't talk about this whole week. All I see is drug being confiscated. Drug like lots, not just a package. It's like a lot of drug. And where does it come from? And where does it come from? And who the leader, the ringleader? You don't see this. You see this drug that they the regime confiscated, but we can never get the leader. We never can catch the perpetrator. We only get the little people, the people that actually selling it, the people that's using it. So that's not something that now that this canal that going to happen, it's going to be more drug into Cambodia, illegal drug, Al Qaeda drug into Cambodia.
Yes, ma'am. And so all I can think of, there's more cons than pro, and this would affect our country independence. During my dad era, my uncle era, they are very somewhat nationalist. My dad always brought up the stories that around his age when he was small, everyone would die for their own country, and now like the recent news, right, Bong?
Yes.
Many kids now, even underage, being advertised to drink alcohol on live TV, even though they're underage. This is popularized the norms, the social norm in our country now. If to be up with the youth or Gen Z or the current youth populations in Cambodia now, is you gotta know the drinks, and that's why our youth population compared to Hong Kong, even though we have close to 80% of youth populations in Cambodia, none of the youth seem to be interested in the environment or politics or whatever's going on, to be nationalists and support the neutrality of our motherland. So
before I get to the other topic, drinking, I want to answer this comment. Our audience say, not me, not you, not Khmer citizen need to pay the debt, but the government need to pay. True, the government going to pay the debt, but where did the government get the fund? Where did the government, if you are living in the United States, how did the government get the fund? The government get the fund by taxing the people. And the same thing like Cambodian, the regime taxed the people, and who paid those tax? That's Khmer citizen. So at the end, the people that have to pay the tax, the people that pay support those projects is the Khmer people. So the government doesn't pay that. It's the people that pay that. And every time that you go to Cambodia, you are supporting the tourist economy. You basically help supporting the citizen, where the citizen take those money and pay the tax. And so it's going around. The Hun regime get all the benefit, get all the money. Hun Sen, I'm not sure you even follow their lifestyle. They are probably the richest people, probably one of the richest people in the world. It's
Of course, they are
amazing.
rich.
You just look at their wedding, you look at their party. It's just flower, their flower alone. They can support people in Cambodia, just put them buying flower, useless flower that have no benefit. But oh, you know what? Because they have so much money, and you have to know how do they get those money. It's your
Yes.
money.
Of course, they're rich. I mean, their whole family run the whole Cambodia. Basically, they use all the natural resources that is available, and use Cambodia as a business operation. Of course, you're making money. In this case, all the decision, all the land, developed land in Cambodia. You see all of these dukes in Cambodia who have bestowed the title by His Majesty, our king, has been selling land, and most Cambodian people, upper middle class, fall under their scam, their pyramid scam, and some of them spend $100 to $200,000 on house, and it end up being not being built.
And
So
who responsible for those? I
yes,
didn't. Well, if the governments over here, the American government would come out and responsible for those delinquent loan, delinquent. They would take the people who actually own the, what is it, the people that build the property, like, and there's nothing happened to them yet. I did not see any one of them being in jail or thrown in jail yet. And people are losing money building, putting those money, hoping that they're going to be one day have a beautiful home, but unfortunately it's not that. So
yes, well, yeah, it's just I mean, one one disadvantage that we had in Cambodia is we do have a lot of youth populations in our country, but those population has been controlled by the institution, the regime, authoritarian government of Cambodia already. In this case, we have our previous prime minister advertising Cambodian beer to show our pride, and of course, the young generation see, oh, if the head of the government support this beer brand in this case, why don't we support, since they don't have any drinking age requirement in Cambodia? You can just go and buy tobacco and be in Cambodia freely, as long as you have money. So yes, all of those population has been brainwashed and make into thinking that drinking beer is the is the new norm inside our country, and somewhat that's how you engage with your friend in Cambodia. At the end of the week, when you're done studying, stressful, let's go out and drink.
it's not just studying, it's a becoming a culture in Cambodia. Monday you drink, Tuesday you drink, Wednesday you drink every day, and there's a party every day. In America, there's, you go to work Monday to Friday and you come home, you eat dinner. In Cambodia, there's wedding every day, wedding any time of the day, ceremony any time of the day, anything. So you happy you drink, you sad you drink. So the hot topic for this week also about drinking and driving and the consequence of that. And it's very unfortunate that the people that can afford car are the rich and the famous. I mean the rich, basically the rich and the powerful. and many times they get away with those. So it's very unfortunate.
Yes, Bong, and have no message. Beside, let's do what we can right now at hand to support the petition and to show our voice that yes, Cambodian people do care about those 10,000 families, and we do want to make the international community whole, UNESCO and also the Cambodian government accountable for what they did to their own kin.
Yes, so thank you so much, Samady. We are actually an hour already. Let me see. We are over an hour, right, for our show. So thank you so much, our audience, for joining our show. If you have any comment or questions, please put on the comment sections. And thank you for your comment. Thank you for making the show more engaged. And we do know that you do care. You care so much about Cambodia, but please do extra step. Don't just care and stay home. Care, advocate for Cambodia, help sign the petitions as one of them. And also, we have, if you live in the US, we do have two bills or two legislations that we want you to support, that S2331 and HR 4659. I will go into more detail on those. So I want everyone to support and also everyone to care about. I know you care. I know you, when I talk to you, I know everyone care and concern, but don't just care and concern and stay home. Care and concern, share, care and concern, let people know, talk to your city council, talk to your mayor, talk to your state department, talk to your senator, let them know what's going on. And we always have a topic, and Campbell and Samady and I, or Samady, sometimes Samady he hosts them, or some host a show, or I host a show. We always talking about human rights. We talking about democracy in Cambodia, and that is something that everyone should be talking about. Everyone should be concerning as well about Cambodia, because we want the youth to understand. I am a little bit older than Samady, but I'm thinking I'm still youthful. Um, so please, everyone, when this show is called Khmer Youth Voices for Justice, it's not just for the youth, it's for everyone. And we put the show as Khmer Youth. We want the Khmer Youth overseas to join us to in fighting, in caring about Cambodians. With that note, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Samady, for being here. I will talk to everyone next Tuesday. We'll have a different guest, and hopefully we will have a different topic. It's going to be beginning of the month next year. I know we are in February already, so hope everyone have a great evening and also have a great rest of your week. Please concern, please care, please advocate for Cambodia, and please join us, Khmer Youth Voices for Justice, to advocate for. We want free, fair, and just election in Cambodia. We want also one democracy, like I said, one democracy, one human right. We enjoy those rights in America, and we want the people of Cambodia, the people inside Cambodia, to feel the same way. Thank you so much. Thank you, Samady, and thank you everyone for being here.
Yes, thank you, Bong. Bye to the audience.